Thanks very much for making a date on today's edition of the Marketplace. Let's now settle over our very first story. And the Ghana cedi, as well as some government bonds, could be under pressure again. This follows the marginal increase in the U.S. Central Bank interest rates by almost 2%. The following report captures why some economists and analysts are expressing these concerns.
Foreign investors have always been heavy participants in bonds floated by government because of the rates offered. For instance, compared to about 1% previously offered on U.S. bonds and the about 9 to 15% on Ghana bonds, obviously, any rational investor would want to turn to Ghana bonds. However, current developments in the U.S., which has resulted in interest rates going up, some of these investors have started revising their notes by moving back to U.S. market, which is seen as more secured. This has resulted in some of these foreign investors getting out of Ghana's bonds and demanding they are used in purchasing these bonds, thereby putting some pressure on the cedi. This development that was confirmed by the Bank of Ghana was believed to be one of the major reasons for the cedi's depreciation. Already the impact was felt on the recent 10-year bond raise, which was below what was targeted. Analysts say if not checked, it could have some serious implications on government's finances as well.
Now, two major sectors of the economy, the mining and quarrying sectors, have recorded negative growth over a two-year period from 2015 to 2017. This was contained in the second edition of the Ghana Business Development Review launched in Accra, which led to a disappointing growth in the industrial sector. Minister for Business Development, Dr. Ibrahim Mohammed Awal, lauded the University of Ghana Business School for churning out a detailed report which he said will serve as a guide to government in crafting the right policies and programs to support the growth of businesses in the country.
The second edition of the Ghana Business Development Review chronicles research-based findings into different areas of the Ghanaian business landscape. Its usefulness extends from areas such as academia to policy formulation and even to usefulness by practitioners. Now, the billion-dollar question remains, is how do we get these research findings implemented into practice?
So that's why in a launch like this, we invite the minister responsible for the sector. And you can have no other person than the Minister for Business Development, Honorable Dr. Awal, honoring the invitation and launching the report. And he did a fantastic job in terms of his delivery and the commitment to supporting the sustainability of this report. So
the second edition of the review, put together by the University of Ghana Business School, is a build-up of the first edition of the review, which covered the years 2010-2014. According to the review, the industrial sector continues to disappoint, registering a negative growth of 1.2%. Speaking at the launch, Dr. Ibrahim Mohammed Awal, Business Development Minister, lauded the efforts of the school and called on them to do more in the areas of usable research.
Right from the onset, our President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo indicated that he wanted to make Ghana the most business-friendly nation in Africa. What he meant by that was that we must put in policies, initiatives that could make Ghana very competitive. That will not only attract investors to the country, but make sure that they stay and make Ghana as a gateway to the sub-region of 350 million people. That's why this ministry was created. We all know that without a predictable business environment, no business will flourish. We took measures and steps, and our economy grew by 8.5% in 2017, as against 3.7% in 2016.
All right, so we'll certainly delve more into the business review report, and we'll be speaking with the coordinator of the report to tell us how, some of the sectors recorded their figures and what's impacting or how it's going to impact on the economy. And the coordinator is in the person of Dr. Aminu Sanda. We'll try and get in touch with him shortly. But before then, research scientist at the Center for Scientific and Industrial Research Water Institute, Patrick Amankwa, is advocating a percentage of oil and gas revenue to fund water research in the country. Patrick Amankwa says with the rate at which Ghana's water bodies are being destroyed to mining and other related activities, Ghana risks losing its surface water resource. He made a call in an interview with Joy Business after a presentation at the ongoing Water Africa and West Africa Building and Construction Exhibition and Seminar in Accra. Ebenezer Sabuti has more.
Treated water for consumption is gradually becoming a challenge for the Ghana Water Company Limited due to the negative impact of illegal mining activities in some parts of the country. Surface water has been the source of drinking water for many households. However, researchers say due to certain lifestyles and demand-driven activities is likely to run out in the next few years. In an interview with Joy Business, research scientist at the Center for Scientific and Industrial Research Water Institute, Patrick Amankwa, called on government to prioritize underground water research with funds from oil revenue, as that will be the only source to rely on.
We have no alternative. And I'm not going to specifically say 1% or 2%, but even if it's 1%, and it can guarantee the institution to do research, comprehensive research, and have a whole country mapped in terms of where the water is, what depth can we get the water. And that will also save us cost of repeating every year going to search for, because we have to do the research, drill and plot and say like this is the background information. Therefore, if you are going to this place, this is how you plan. Okay, because once we develop as a nation, we're able to challenge our priorities. Water is life. The 3 northern regions stay half of the year without rain. And the only way they can drink is underground water. But we have not researched much into it. All the things that I did came as piece and pieces from projects. But there should be a national policy on the groundwater development agenda.
The Water Africa and West Africa Building and Construction Exhibition and Seminar is aimed at looking out for ways to address the challenges in water supply for rural Africa. Tracy Nolanshaw is the organizer of the event.
Basically an exhibition for international companies as well as local companies to display their goods. Alongside of that, we actually have a free seminar program, and that's the educational side. And this is to get engineers, architects, the public to actually discuss the masses of the day in sanitation and water and construction. Today we've actually had the Water Seminar Day, which, as you can see, has been very busy. We've had over 250 people in there. It is free of charge.
There are more than 25 companies participating in this year's event, which also seeks to shape a policy direction in the water generation, supply and distribution channels. Ebenezer Sabutis reports for Joy Business.
All right, so you're still live on the marketplace. We're still trying to get in touch with the coordinator of the Ghana Business Review Report for some thoughts of the current review, and we're reaching him via Skype now. The coordinator is Dr. Mohammed Amin Sanda. Good afternoon, sir. Welcome to the marketplace.
So can you come again? I'm not hearing you. Oh, yeah, it's okay now. I can use my phone here.
All right, doctor.
Yes.
Yes. Now, can you please tell us more about this particular review, which painted a gloomy picture of industry, especially mining and quarrying sectors, which fall in the negatives?
Okay. So let's say, for example, if you want me to give you more.
Yes, doctor. Can you explain the figures? Yeah, exactly. The figures that you churned out in the review.
Yes. Actually, the figures that we mentioned was based on commented information from the Chamber of Mines.
It looks like we're having some technical hitches. Let's take a quick break now. We'll be right back after this. All right, so we're so sorry we cannot play you the interview with Dr. Aminu Sanda now. We'll certainly get to him later on Business Live. Now, the month of Ramadan finally ends today, and Muslims around the world bring to a close 29 days of fasting, which will be marked by the celebration of Eid al-Fitr tomorrow. Even though a holy month, some Muslims in Ghana have also cashed in on the numerous business opportunities that generate significant attention during the period. These include the date fruit sale, sale of bean pudding, and pancake donuts, among others. Joy Business's Fauzia to Adam brings us different perspectives to the thriving food business in the month of Ramadan.
Ramadan is here. Allah's mercy is near. Time to give, time to share, time to show we care. 'Cause Ramadan is here.
Observing a fast in the 9th month of Ramadan is the 4th pillar of Islam. The pillars are declaration of faith, salat, giving of alms, observing a fast, and going for Hajj. Date fruit seems to be a normal fruit for Muslims, but when it comes to Ramadan, Muslims have a special affiliation for it. The date palm is the oldest known cultivated tree and is appreciated for the many blessings it bestows on people across the world. The blessings for dates is linked to Maryam, the mother of Jesus, and the fact that she was directed to take dates to ease a pain during pregnancy. Sister Amina is a date seller and she tells us about the business during Ramadan.
Date business in the month of Ramadan is good. Goods we stock in the first 10, second and third 10 days are good. But this year's goods are expensive. Dates that we buy a sack for 700 Ghana cedis has increased to 900 Ghana cedis. From Niger to this place, we buy it for 900 Ghana cedis. Even some go for 1,000 Ghana cedis. Selling dates in the month of Ramadan is very good. We wish Ramadan doesn't end because we cash in a lot.
Another meal that surfaces only in the month of Ramadan is bean pudding, known as alele. Alele is a mixture of washed and peeled beans, onions and fresh ground pepper, which is rich in protein. In small tin wrapped in a sack, the alele is ready for sale. Auntie Kande is a tuwo seller but sells bean pudding only in the month of Ramadan because of the demand.
I prepare bean pudding, which we normally call alele, only in the month of Ramadan. I sell tuwo zafi on normal days, but prepare alele to complement my tuwo zafi. We have 3 cedis and 5 cedis.
Yanzu yanda abin ke tafiya na sai sa yanzu ba mu yi kowane lokaci. Mun bari sai cikin watan azumi sannan mu yi.
All day and all night, noble words will recite, healing our hearts with Quran, revealed on the night of past.
Sister Rukaya sells kose and pancake donuts.
This world till the end, like past nations have done. We'll fast for the one Creator, from Him shines all light. Oh Allah.
She tells me how she adjusts during Ramadan to cash in.
Normal days in the morning after work.
On normal days, we start selling cozy and pancake donuts at 9 a.m. and close at 2:30 p.m. But in the month of Ramadan, when we start at 9 a.m., we are done by 6 p.m. because of the demand. Even the Christian bread seller is not left out in the sale of her bread.
Thankful for all we have, spending our nights in prayer, a chance for
Ramadan de nukreni nyamienim Obi ka cho say Ramadan aye wo mu. Ramadan biya o shedwa ye to.
Every Ramadan, if you bring your bread, people buy. We stock more in the month of Ramadan than the normal days. In Ramadan, I bring 50 to 60 pieces of bread and it gets finished. But when it's not Ramadan, I bring like 20 pieces. Ramadan season is people's cocoa season. You have to leave everything for Ramadan. Ramadan na bless him.
Ramadan Ramadan any day obi koko unim koko yeti koko who adwuma bi a uja be Ramadan no we are now for
will reside, healing our hearts with Quran, revealed on the night of power, a guide for this world till the end. Like past nations have done, we'll fast for the one Creator, from Him shines all light. Oh Allah, please forgive us and guide us to paradise.
Kempinski Gold Coast Hotel with its clientele does not want to be left out, as it has introduced an iftar buffet purposely for Muslim clients in this holy month. Marketing manager of Kempinski Hotel, Ajua Kesua Kojo, tells me the maiden edition for the iftar buffet has been encouraging, with the intention of expanding the initiative next year.
Well, we all know that the Kempinski brand is a renowned brand worldwide, and at the heart of our business is food and beverage. In that regard, Muslim community plays a very vital role, when it comes to food and beverage. And seeing as Ghana has, a very substantial Muslim population, we thought that it will be wise to do something for Ramadan. So this year we've actually seen a lot more of the Muslim community come in to break their fast with us, and we're looking forward to actually expanding on this next year.
All day and all night, noble words will reside, healing our hearts with Quran.
But how is the reception like for this year?
It's been very encouraging. We've had quite a number of inquiries come in to sort of inquire about exactly what's on the buffet, what time the buffet opens, the price per head and what's not. We've also had some members of government, the diplomatic community, even our regular guests also, show interest in this. So it's been very, very encouraging, and it's definitely something that we're looking forward to building on. Next year, we're going to expand this and also sort of diversify our offering so that we can meet all the needs that are coming in and all the inquiries that are coming in.
Despite the boom in some businesses, though, hairstylists located in Muslim-dominated areas see a decline in their businesses.
With friends and family, we'll break bread.
Hajia Fauzia is the CEO of Black Beauty Shop. Can you tell me about the hair business in this month of Ramadan? Has business boomed in the last days of Ramadan?
Not exactly. When it comes to braiding, during Salah festivities, the Muslims do not braid a lot.
Okay, so you're not expecting much boom for your hair or other beauty stuff you do during this last period?
For the hair, no. But with the makeup, yes, I'm expecting much. when it comes to the makeup. Ramadan is the 9th month in the Islamic calendar, and during this period, Muslims are not allowed to eat or drink during the day. With this month, some businesses see a boom, like the dates business, like masa, which is sold specifically in the Islamic-dominated areas. I walked through the town of Nima to find out how these businesses fare, and most of the traders tell me that this year has been bad for them, even though Ramadan is a business time for all of them. For Joy Business, Fawzia to Adam.
In both love and in fear, to Allah we draw near.
All right, so I will use this opportunity to say Eid Mubarak to all Muslims around the world. And on that note, we wrap up this afternoon's edition of the Marketplace. Many thanks for your company. My name is Emmanuel. I'll provide you. Yeah, you have a good afternoon.